Hey guys, Mr. Beetlebum here, and today's video is going to be about this big guy right here. This is the E50, the German Tier 9 medium tank. It got a buff recently. Should you play it or should you not play it? Stick around, we'll talk about it.
Averted double kill.
All right, guys. Yes, this is the E50 tank, German tank, and medium. And what can we say about it? It's a fun tank. It's an interesting tank. It leads to a really, really good tank, the E50M. Um, but let's talk about the strengths of this tank and the weaknesses. Basically, this is a tank of tale of two guns, really. And it's one of these tanks where, yet again, medium tank. You got to kind of play it safe. And here's the reason why. It has some good armor on it. It has good armor to the point where, like, 150 on the front, and it's really good at ramming. This tank is a blast for ramming people and killing them. You can do so much damage. It's almost memeish. Um, but when it comes to getting shot by enemies, you might get a couple bounces. You might be able to angle and absorb some shots in your tracks, or by getting ricochets when side scraping, that kind of thing. But it doesn't have enough armor to compensate for other stuff, which I'm about to talk about. And that's what kind of makes it a tricky tank to play well. What is the other stuff we're talking about? Well, we're talking about the damage ratio, or sorry, the average damage, and all that. Here's the thing: is, as I said, it's a tale of two guns. This right here is the gun that I prefer using. Basically, what you're looking at here is either using, what I'm using is the 8.8 centimeter KWK L100. It's got really good. It's under 30 when it comes to dispersion. It's got pretty darn good. It's got a good amount of damage for what sniping. I mean, just look at the size of the thing. It's a sniping gun all day long, and it's got good penetration. The problem is, though, is the damage isn't that big. So this has like an average DPM of 2,800, whereas the other gun that you can use is this one right here. The Hauser with 390 damage, 230 penetration, much better. 30 the dispersion. It's not really a sniping gun. It's more of a mid-range brawler, that kind of thing. But either way, especially if you're using, oh, sorry, I didn't show you. Sorry, the DPM is actually lower on that. It's only 2,400, whereas with this sniping gun, because it's faster, you're looking at 28. Now you'd say, well, hey man, that's pretty good for DPM. The problem is, though, is when you're facing off against a tank and you're doing one-on-one trading. Now think of yourself as a Wall Street broker and you're trading. Um, you're not going to be able to do well because the armor isn't strong enough to support that low alpha damage. And it's just one of those things where you don't want to trade with this tank. You're going to come up against other mediums and heavies and whatnot that are just going to be able to boom, do a lot bigger damage on you. And if you can just sit there from a distance and pew, pew, with this gun right here, you're gonna find it's a much better game for you. Yes, you can rush in and brawl when you need to, but really what you want to do is try to rush in to a lighter tank, not a light tank, but a lighter tank, and get some damage by ramming that sucker, man. That's how you play this tank well. Snipe from a distance, do some damage from a distance or medium range. Come in for a hit, take him out with one last shot, kind of thing. If you can keep doing that throughout a game, you're going to do well. And that's really the nutshell of version of this tank. You know, the armor is like I said, it is good, but it's not overly armored. They did give it a buff, so it's performing much better than it did before. But the key to this tank is all about just playing it the right way. Like I just said, stay at a distance when you're using that gun, which is probably the most popular gun, this one right here. By all means, get the other gun and try it out, see what you think. This, I believe, hands down, is the most used gun. And play at a distance, especially medium range sniping, is really good. You got pretty good accuracy, good rate of fire, and as long as you can just do, get another tank, and keep doing that, you're gonna do good. And then when you see a target that is vulnerable, get in there. It's got pretty good speed. What's the speed of this thing? 60. And so if you get, especially if you get a hill, man, if you're on a hill and you get some speed going downhill, you can do really good, man. I mean, you can hurt a lot of tanks with this thing, the way it's built, man. And that's really about it. Its mobility is okay. Traverse and everything's okay. Like I said, the accuracy on this, excuse me, on this tank is good. The rate of fire is good. The problem is, though, is that because the DPM is low, and the armor is not super high, you just can't trade. So just remember, you're not a Wall Street broker. Don't trade with this tank, okay? It's not going to work out well if you just go out there and start trying to trade with other tanks. It does look like a big, heavy tank. You don't have the gun for it. So don't trade. No trading. All right, man. This is a short version of this because, quite simply, I had to get this out. I had to redo this. And today is the day that I'm leaving for my vacation. I know it's out of order, but yeah, today is the day. So anyways, that's why I had to do a quick little rush to this one. So yeah, check it out on Tanks GG if you want to see the armor on it. You know, angle it around so you can see what kind of angle you need to do for side scraping. It's a nice tank, and I've been playing a video there where we had some fun with it. We managed to bounce quite a bit of shots due to just, you know, sticking out the side, letting them shoot on me on my side and get some ricochets and whatnot. I like it. It's a fun tank to play. Not quite like the Leopard. That's a full-on sniper tank. This one you can go, you know, mid-range and brawl more. But it's a fun tank to play, especially when you know the right way to play it. So guys, I hope you enjoy this video. If you like it, thumbs up. If you don't, if you want to know when I'm going to be bringing up my next video when I get back from vacation, simply subscribe and set up your notifications. And if you want to come see me live, come on over to Twitch, say hello, and maybe get into a match against me or with me, and ask questions, whatever you like. We're here to help. So guys, until the next time, I'm Mr. Beetlebum, and I'm out.